Hey everybody, welcome back. Devin, original Grognard, Grognard's Corner, yada yada yada. Continuing our playthrough of Wolfpack from SPI 1974 release magazine game. Later we go on to become its own flat box. I wanted to take a quick moment to point out the search tables, and I've kind of been bemoaning that it seems to be very, very difficult to for convoys to be spotted and for Wolfpacks to be spotted by air. So you take basically the air search table, and I can't see it from the back of my screen, so hopefully this is in good enough order that you can actually see it. So you take the range and assume for the most part, you know, most subs are going to be operating 3 to 7 or 8 to 10 hexes away from an air base. I mean, you're really looking, having to get the multiple up to 8 or 9 or even 10. And even at 10, at the 8 to 10 hexes, it still is only a 1 to 4 before you get a good chance of the aircraft spotting the submarines in the Wolfpacks. And the picket searches, which is the submarines searching for convoys, I mean, really, even if you've got 6 subs, you're looking at a 1 in 3 chance, basically, or even less than that. And then even with the higher packs, I mean, you got to get up to 32 boats, really, before you're looking at, you know, even a half, 50-50 shot of being able to find a convoy. So, pretty tough odds. The numbers are definitely against you. So, I'm trying to debate if it's better to have one large search or try to set it up where you have multiple boats for multiple searches. I don't know. I'm sure there are smarter people out there than I that can run the numbers and figure those out. But I just wanted to give everybody a quick look at those search tables and how how tough it seems to be. So yeah, like I was saying, you get up to 32 boats, you know, then you're looking at a 50-50 chance. So now, granted, if the convoy is straggled, that makes it a little bit easier. But even then, it's either a +1 or +2 dice modifier. So, anyways, that's the search tables and how difficult it can be to actually search. So let's go ahead and shift our camera back again and try to get it into the middle where we like to play the game. And we are starting turn 3. So, let's see what we got with turn 3. Storm movement phase. Draw a chit and compare a storm and convoy movement table to determine the direction in which storms are moved. We've got one storm out there right now. That's this one. So, let's go ahead. Since we're not doing chip pulls, we're doing dice rolls. It's a 2. We look on. Let's see. It is, yes, the last number is a 0 for all 3 of the storm hexes. So, it's in 0. We rolled a 2. So, it goes laterally. So that's good. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And basically that entire storm front moves across. Now the storm front has no effect passing over the submarines because submarines can go underwater. So they're not usually bothered by storms. However, the convoy that it passes over, excuse me, springtime in Seattle, allergies, I hate it. Yes, it's going to be that time of year where I'm going to be coughing and hacking probably a little bit more than normal. Nothing I can do about it. It's a genetic flaw in my makeup. But anyways, the storm did pass over this convoy, and we do have a chance for the convoy to straggle or to be straggled by the storm. So, convoy straggle table. Let's take a look at that. I haven't really taken a look at that chart yet, so I know it's probably just a simple D10, but let's take a look at it. Alrighty, so okay, so we've got these 4 numbers across the top, but we don't know what those numbers mean. Convoy straggle table, U-boat combat result, or weather. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Whenever U-boats attack a convoy, depending on how many casualties they inflict, you can only inflict up to 4 casualties per attack. It's just the way the combat table works out. That has a chance to straggle them. So, but we're also looking. We also have a second column for fog and for storm, in case the convoy moves through fog or through storm. So we're going to be looking on the storm column. And we've got a 7. On the storm column is a straggled 2. All right. That's kind of what we were hoping for. That's kind of why we set up our U-boats around that convoy instead of going for this convoy. And if you noticed, I went ahead and took the dummy counters for the escorts and put them underneath the actual the convoys themselves. I did this mainly because it's just probably going to be easier for me to spot the convoys in numerical order, because you have to move the convoys in numerical order and to figure out which way the convoys are moving so I can set up my Wolfpacks. So anyway, so this one here ended up with a straggled 2. So we've got our straggled markers, and you actually only have two types of straggled markers. Straggled 1, straggled 2. It's convenient how that works. So they will get a straggled 2 marker on them. So that means that the storm kind of broke up the convoy. Anybody who's ever read anything about convoys or know anything about U-boat warfare is that it's easier to protect a convoy when they're all together. When they're all scattered out all over the place, it's harder for the escorts. So this will make it easier to spot the convoy and to attack the convoy, if we manage to get in position to spot them and or attack them. Okay, so now we also have to see if we have a new fog or storm formation. Okay, we've got a 3, and we're playing the February scenario, which is SPI. So we're going to be having a storm formed in the B area. Oops, I flick my counters all over the place. And I know you don't see it, but there actually is, that is actually considered a B counter or a B storm setup. So now we don't move these yet because we've already rolled for storms, but we do know that there's a storm coming there or starting up there next turn. So again, it's gonna be good because we have a chance for it to move over that and straggle that formation. So hopefully we got a couple convoys that we're gonna be able to start picking off here real soon. Okay, air phase, air escort allocation phase. Again, there is going to be no air escort allocation because air units are only allocated when you have a exposed and confirmed convoy. So far, as far as we all know, these are all dummy convoys, and knowing my luck, they actually may be dummy convoys. Then is the air search segment, and again, as per the rules, we start off with Newfoundland and work our way around. So, out of Newfoundland, this pack here, whoops, that pack, where did I have them? I had them right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This pack right here is within the 7 band, so it's going to get all 3 of them, or all 4 of them. So 4 times 6 is 24, divided by 6 is going to be on the 4 search column. And that is an 8. And they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes. 6 hexes. Yeah, that's not going to be anything. You needed a 1 or a 2. Okay. These guys right here are in the 12 band, so they're going to get 3 times 6 is 18, divided by 6 is going to be on the 3 column. And what range are they? They're at range 12, which is going to be a 1. 0, 1, nope. Okay. So that's going to be it for Greenland, or Newfoundland. Now we have Greenland, which we're going to have one pack that they're going to be able to search because they're only range band 7. So 1 times 6 is 6, divided by 6 is 1, and they're at the 3 to 7, so it's going to be again a 0 or 1. Hey, all right, they got spotted. That's actually not good. All right, so they get spotted and they're going to be attacked. They're going to be 1. The total attacking strength is going to be 1 because there's only 1 aircraft. And I think I need like a 9. Yeah, 2. That's not going to do it. One of the things that kind of annoys me about this is that some of the charts require you to roll high. Some of the charts require you to roll low. Irritating and annoying. Now, why this is a bad thing is that if this convoy ends up moving laterally, since it's a spot, since there's known submarines in the area, he'll actually get to transit around them. So we'll see which way what happens with that if they go that way. All right. Up here we've got a 7, a 12, and a 16. So I believe that is going to get the 12 and the 16, and that is going to get the 16. So 12 and 16, 2 times 6 is 12, divided by 6 is 2. And that's going to be a 2. Unfortunately, it's too far away. You need to go 0 or 1. So then the 16 against this pack, which is actually a 12 pack, 1 times 12 is 12, divided by 6 is 2. However, yeah, there's a 0 or 1. 8, nope, that's not going to do it. Okay, now the big ones. The best chances, in my opinion, of the aircraft catching. So everything is going to be within the 10 column. So it's going to be 1, 2, it's going to be 7. All right, 7 times 6, it's going to be on the 7 column. The range is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So range 7 column, range 7, and we're looking at a 1 through 4. 9, nothing. Okay. And this one is going to be on the 14 column because there's 12 boats there, and maxed out at 12 plus is the column anyway. So even though it's 14, we're going to be looking on the 12 column, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4 X's away. Moving that pack up there may have been a bad idea because that's a 1 through 7. And that's a 4. Yep, they're spotted, so they will get attacked. And there's 7. The attack strength is 7. Unfortunately, 6 is the maximum, so that's we're going to be rolling on the 6 chart twice. And we're going to be rolling on the 6 chart twice because you remember you break down all Wolfpack attacks into groups of 6. So there's 12 there, so it's going to be 2 rolls at 6. Okay, we've got a 0. On the 6 column is a pinned, so there's going to be 6 boats in there that are pinned. And we rolled an 8, which is an X. All right, now that actually is going to be bad. Yep, one of the U-boats in the attack group is eliminated, and the rest are pinned. All right, so now what that basically means, we're going to have to break this down, and we're going to have to break it down into a single U-boat pack that is pinned. And we are also going to break it down into 5 individuals because one of the subs was destroyed. 2, 4, 5. Just grab 5 individual submarines. And they are all pinned as well. Distressing, disturbing, irritating, annoying. And they have been spotted. Now, the bad thing about that is I'm going to have to keep this one submarine, and let's just go ahead and put it down here by the tonnage tracks because you actually lose victory points for every submarine that's destroyed. So we need to keep track of the number of submarines that end up getting destroyed. All right, so that is air. Then there's naval phase. Let's see, am I missing something? Yeah, because this doesn't even... Yeah, it doesn't say on the play chart or on the sequence of the turn order track. But yeah, it's start of the naval phase. Or at some point we put out a new convoy. So it's turn 3, so I grabbed basically it's number 8 because you had 5 to begin with and then 3 turns in. So this is the next convoy that goes in. And that is going to be coming up right there. And let's take an eastbound dummy or westbound dummy. Put that under there. All right. Naval movement determination. Draw chit and components. Go yada, yada, yada. Convoy movement phase. All right. So we start from lowest to highest. And let's see what we got. I think 2 is actually the lowest. Because HX1 was removed from play. So we've got Convoy 2 right there. And the last number in the column is a 5. 5. Oh, it goes in a northerly direction. Well, we missed that one, didn't we? So it's movement 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fortunately, that kind of gives us a good idea. Next turn, it's only going to be able to go laterally or south, so we can try to set up our convoys or our wolf packs to try to intercept them next time. So that was 2. Where's 3? 3 is right down here. Let's see. The last number is a 7, so we use the 7 column. We roll a 2. On the 7 column is laterally. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 3. Convoy 4 is up here. And its last number is a 2. Let's see. 2 on a 6 is laterally. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right through the storm. So we're going to have to roll on the storm chart to straggle it. And it is a 5 on the storm, which is a straggled 1. Oh, now if I had more packs up here, what I may do is I may pull these 2 packs up to go up here, because the 2 convoys up that way are kind of straggled. Well, they are straggled, and it just looks like there's limited options for them to run. So I should be able to enter. So yeah, I may move those 2 packs more northerly to go after those convoys instead of going after that one. Okay, so let's see. That was 4. So 5 is right here, and it's on the 9. So 9 on the 1 is laterally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see, 5. Where's 6 at? Did I skip? Did I do things out of order? 2, 4. Oh, 6. That must have been the one that I spotted. That was 6 is the one that I spotted that wasn't a real comp. So there is no 6. So we got 7 over here. And they're on a 3. I rolled a 9, which is laterally. So area 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So it's 6 boats. And it's a 1, basically a 0, 1, or 2 for 6 boats. 3. Nope. Didn't spot him. Crap. All right. That's distressing. And then 8 is over here. I apologize for the glare. And its last hex, or its last number in its hex, is a 7. And we roll a 7, and an 8 would be laterally. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, since it's a 6-pack of U-boats, it's a 0, 1, or 2. 0. Got him. All right. Spotted him. Beautiful. So since we spotted him, we flip the dummy counter, and it's a dummy convoy. Damn it. The second dummy convoy we've had. But the good thing is that eventually I'll run out of dummy convoys, and they'll actually be real convoys. So, okay, the convoy is removed and the escorts are removed. There's nothing there, so I need to probably take these 2 groups and vector them down this way, because if we take a look at next turn, turn 4, the next convoy is going to be showing up over here. So those guys do not need to be hanging out so close to England where all those aircraft are bombing and torpedoing the shit out of them. All right, so that's it for convoy movement. That's all the convoys that are out there. UPAC formation and reorganization. Pinned submarines cannot reform, so those guys aren't going to be able to reform up there. So I basically have movement. So, and pinned submarines also only have half movement. So we got individual subs with a movement of 8 and a pack with a movement of 6. So, alright, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to go ahead and flip him now because you flip at the end of the turn anyways, and there's no nothing that would interfere throughout the rest of the turn for that. So, but what I'm going to do now, since I'm missing one boat to be able to make the full a full 6-pack Wolfpack, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go just break these guys up and go ahead and attach 2 of them. 3, actually, let's go like that. And we're going to have these other 2 boats. Okay, so these guys, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to try to intercept HX5 and SC3. And these 2 guys, technically they're still pinned, so they only got a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll try to get them moved up to attach with them. So at least, so I've got 2 6-packs of wolves out here, but you really need 7 to get the 3 hex search. So since I only have 5 submarines because one of them was destroyed, I can't form a full wolf pack out of that. So I'm just breaking them up and buffing up the other 2 packs that are out here to at least both packs will get to at least the 7 column. So they have the 3 hex search range. Of course, they're not going to make it there yet. But we got a lot of submarines that these 2 convoys are moving into. Okay, up here, it's a 6. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and put that there. Now remember, you never want to have your submarines within the first 2 hexes of a convoy's potential movement because you cannot search in the first 2 hexes of a convoy's potential movement. So we got that. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And I'm looking now. We got this storm coming from here, which hopefully. Do I move these guys, or do I still keep trying to focus on them? Let's see. Let's see what these guys. They're a 6. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go right there with them. And these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he can't get up there, so he's just going to back off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he'll go right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he'll go right there. So we got 3 subs screening up here, or 3 packs screening up here to try to get those 2 convoys that are straggled. And then 1 down here. If we find those are S dummies, then I can shift back that way relatively easy. All right, so that's movement, depinning segment. Yeah, so submarines that are pinned or unpinned, we already kind of did that. U-boat combat phase. Oh, yeah, after the convoys move, spotted markers are removed, so I should have removed that earlier. U-boat combat phase, there is no attacks, counterattacks, anti-submarine strength table, we have no attacks. Straggled reduction segment. Now, I think it's a roll to reduce the straggled, or is it an automatic? I'm going to have to check that. Part of me wants to say it's a roll to see if you unstraggle stuff. And you know what? We're getting close to the 25-minute mark, so let me go ahead and pause it here, and we'll be right back. Okay, so it's an automatic reduction. S1s are removed. S2s are reduced to S1s. I'll just get my markers off. Shift that S2 to an S1 over here. Alrighty. That's it. That's it for game turn 3. So let's go ahead and move this on to game turn 4. And so what I'm going to do beforehand is I'm going to take my convoy from here, and I'm just going to put it on the map now. So since it's an eastbound convoy, all eastbound convoys show up on that hex right there. Okay, convoy initial placement, yada, yada, yada. Weather phase. All right, so yeah, we're going to just jump into turn 4 because these turns go pretty quick. So the first one we're going to do is going to do this weather right here, and it's a last number is a 9, so it is a 3, which is lateral. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think this storm is going to have any effect on any gameplay for the rest of the game. And honestly, as soon as the weather front hits the dark blue, just go ahead and take it off because again, nothing can operate in the dark blue water zones. But we have another storm front here, and that is on the last number is 1. So it's on the 1 column. It is a 0, which means it goes northerly. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Was not expecting that. Which is good, because if it goes laterally next turn, again, it's going to start catching more. Okay, we like that. We like those. We like it when the storms are messing with the convoys. Struggle determination. There is no struggle determination because no convoys were moved over during the storm movement phase. Air phase. All right. Back to the air phase. And again, as always, start off with Newfoundland. We've got 1 pack at the 12, so we're going to have 3 times 6 divided 18 divided by 6 is the 3 column. 7, 8, 9, they're on the 10. So that is going to be a 0, 1. Oh, spotted. Oh, God. Why is it the Brits are able to get the lucky dice rolls off, but the Germans aren't? All right, so there's going to be 3 aircraft. So they're going to attack the pack. So it's going to be a dice roll of 3. Where's my chart at? Where's my chart at? Combat results table, 3. And we rolled a 4, which is going to be a pin. Which is annoying. All right. Now we've got Greenland is going to have 2 different packs they're going to be able to search for. That one's out of range. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes and 1, 2, 3, 5 hexes, which is going to be in the 3 to 7 column. It's going to be 1 times 6 is 6 divided by 6 is 1. So it's going to be 0, 1 for both of them. First pack, nothing. Second pack, nothing. Should probably check. Okay, yeah. No 16s down there. All right, up here, 16. I think. Oh, wow. We got a bunch of stuff to check down here with 16. The 7 and the 12 are out of range, but the 16 is going to catch all those. But it's only going to be 1 boat again, so it's going to be 1 boat against 6 is... Yeah, even at that range, they're not going to catch anything. It's going to be the 1 column. Actually, it'll be the 2 column on that one. But even... Okay, so that... Okay, 2 few boats there, 2 few boats there. That's going to be both on the 1 column. And on the 1 column, you need to be within 7 hexes. However, this is going to be on the 2 column. And it's going to be a 0 or 1. 3? No? All right. Now we've got Ulster. And everything's going to be in the 12 band. So, okay, we got these 2 are going to be in the 10 band. That one's going to be in the 12 band. And that's it. So these 2 groups are going to be 7 Okay, so we'll do this one first. 7 times 2 is 14 divided by 6 is going to be on the 3 column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hexes. So 9 hexes out. Rolled a 3. On the 3, nope, not going to be enough. And here it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 times 7. 56 divided by 6 is going to be 9. Close enough. 9, the range of 9. 7, I don't think that's going to do it. 9 at a range of 9. Nope, I needed a 1 through 5. But the 12s and 16s are going to, 12 and 16 ranges are going to be able to catch this pack. So that's going to be 6 times 6 is 36 divided by 6 is 6 column. 6 at what, 12? Oh, that might be something. Roll the 4, 6. Range 12, nope, 1 to a 2. All right, so no aircraft there. Spotted anything. That's going to be it for... There was no air allocation phase because we still don't have any spotted convoys yet. Convoy movement determination. All right, so what's the lowest number one we have? Is it a 2? Is it a 3? It is a 2. It's that one right there. All right. Last column is a 3. The last number for the hex is a 3. So 3 column 6 is going to be laterally. All right, so they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to try to catch them here. Now, it's a 6-pack, which is a 0, 1, or 2, but it's a straggled one, so that means I get to subtract 1 from the dice roll. So I need a 0, 1, 2, or 3. And I don't spot them. Balls. All right. So that's a 2. There's number 3. Is right there. Last number is a 1. And we get the 4. Laterally. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to move 5 out of the way temporarily. Okay, so that's 3. 4 is up there. And there, the last number in the hex is a 6. And I rolled a 7, which is laterally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So we got a pretty good chance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good chance both of those convoys are going to get caught in this storm if it moves laterally. Well, not a pretty good chance. They will be caught in a storm if it moves laterally. Okay, so that was 4. Where's 5? 5 is back down over here. Last number in the hex is a 5, so we use the 5 column. It's a 1, which is laterally, which is good. Because we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And since it's a 6-pack, I need a 0, 1, or 2. Nothing. Crap. 3. 4, 5, 6, but they do manage to run into those 2 subs. And 2 subs. Let's see, what is 2 subs? 2 subs is a 0. Nope, nothing. All right. So that was convoy 5. 6, 7 is right there. And the last number in its hex is a 7. Use the 7 column. For a 6 is going to be, northern. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Oh, it's just going to be outside of the storm. It's going to be 1 hex out of the storm. But that's fine. We got plenty of packs up there now. We got hopefully we can spot something that's a real friggin' convoy. 8's not out there anymore, so we go for 9, who's just coming out of Halifax. And its last number is a 1, so we use the 1 column. As a 7 is lateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I didn't put westbound dummy marker with it. So we do that, and that's it. That's it for the convoys. All right, that's it for convoy movement. After convoy movement's done, we remove dummy markers. Now it's movement. All right, what do we got up here? Okay. So 1, 2, let's go ahead and pull him back 3. Because obviously, the submarine's either going to be going this way, or the convoy's either going to be this way or this way. It can't go north. So let's go ahead and shift his guys over here. What do we do with this pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See. Now that is the one rule. Convoys can end their turn on a submarine hex, but submarines can't end their turn in a convoy hex. That's one thing I probably should have pointed out earlier. So I'd like to get him there, because then he could possibly intercept ON4, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I just don't have the movement. I got this convoy. That's 6. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? Should have done this earlier, but I'm going to break this pack up. So I'm going to break that pack down from a 6-pack into 6 individuals. Because as I'm becoming more and more apparent, I need 7 submarines in a hex to get the 3-hex search. And they were what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they were right there. So we're going to go ahead and mark it from there. Break them up and take 2 of them. I go 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, let's figure out where this guy wants to move first, because he's pinned. He's only got 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move him there. And we'll take 2 of the submarines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we broke up from the pack, put them there, and then take 2 more submarines and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stack them with that pack, so that'll give them 8. And that was 7 movement points. So let's do an 8th movement point to right there, because we want them to get up here with him to give them extra, that 1 extra column shift for having 7 submarines in the pack. All right, yeah, I think we're good with that. That's those guys. Now we got these guys over here. Now we're going to stay away from England, so we're not going to try to intercept, but we'll go 1, 2, 3 to hook these guys up. 3, and they'll stay right where they're at. 2, 3, 4. This pack, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this pack will move to right here. So this convoy will hopefully, either direction it goes, hopefully will, well, unless it goes south, but I'm hoping it doesn't go south. So that's submarine movement. Depinning, yeah, kind of did that. U-boat attacks, none. Straggled reduction segment. All right, so we're back to the straggled reduction segment, which all straggled ones are reduced. However, we've got this new storm front moving in, so that could be really bad. That's it for the turn. 4. So we'll go ahead, advance the turn up to 5. And this is an eastbound convoy. So it'll go right there. And we'll take an eastbound dummy marker. Put that right there. And yeah, it's about 45 minutes. I think that's a good point to cut it right here. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms, the comment section. And I will talk to everybody later. See ya!